Audio Jungle.
Hello my people, welcome back to this channel. This is Afri's Concept TV. Breaking news: Bola Ahmed Tinubu, why I can't laugh, tells Nigerians. News in details. If it were not biting me alongside billions of Nigerians, I would have been laughing today. The seeming hopelessness and cluelessness of this government that came on board with massive arrogance is becoming a global shame. Daily, we see the economic stumble just as the presidents keep appointing all sorts of yes men into offices, and where offices are not available, we create verbose and amorphous rules for people like my brother Fela Durotoye, cost to be borne by the taxpayer. I have reached a point where I have stopped going into sections with his key supporters, urging with pro-Tinubu supporters. They are now verging into the realm of arguing in the religious space, where logic and facts-based engagement are thrown into the bush. On our BGL alumni group and otherwise very brilliant investment bankers who is pro-Tinubu was arguing very strongly in support of the 24-year-old non-starting appointed chairman of a strategic government institution as he marshaled out his point. I was shaking my head and saying this one is gone. Then the government, bowing to public pressure, rescinded the decision, and this by fellow rather than apologize to the group, ran to ride and hide under some very spurious argument in shame. In other day, I went into an argument with a former member of the House of Representatives and a strong member of the Lagos establishment, and by extension a strong pro-Tinubu person. As is the case with them, they bullied me to a standstill, starting every argument with have a run hand election. I told him this was a wicked way to engage because he was going at my credibility and shoring up his credibility to the audience, such that his words, no matter how arcane, would be taken much more seriously than mine because I haven't run an election before. I remember him that as a political scientist, I knew that my right is abstain from the tainted process and was also a very powerful political weapon. Why bother in an exercise that has already been rigged from end to end, complete with the weakening of otherwise independent democratic institutions of the state? Then he started throwing up a new line of argument which made me pity him. He separated legal from moral and said that we in opposition were pursuing morality as against the legality of it all. I bow my head in shame. I repeat, there seems to be a mass hypocrisy among the elitist class in the Southwest as they continue to fight for the legitimacy of this aberration. I asked him, like I have been asking others, bro, would you keep this person in your firm as your treasurer if, after 10 years, information comes out that he had some legal issues bordering of theft or drugs? This man is responsible to his talk about the status of limitation. He screamed me down with all sorts of arguments, trying to throw up legal technicality that support this current situation we find ourselves in this country. He is not a political scientist, So I forgive him, for if he would have known that the bedrock of politics and the common good, which is democracy, are those themes of morality, fair play, equity, and justice. What we are seeing today negates the very foundation upon which democracy sits, and this is why the president cannot seem to put in enough moral platitude to fight the economy, because he is seeking legitimacy. He did not even get in the polls. He is left with positioning rents, seeking employees in strategic positions to sustain him and not necessarily fight for economy. Today, we're seeing all sorts of journeymen in key positions as reward for past or future dealings, who are just there doing nothing while the economic is in free fall. Buhari had made men who took negative positions. At least they were bold enough to chest those stupid decisions. Today, what we have are low-level operatives in strong positions. Nigeria is one figure and is on fire, and you are really not showing any kind of resolve to contain talk more of fighting the fire. Viewers, thank you for listening to this news. Only fools will understand that Tinubu is destroying Nigeria every single second of the day. By the time $1 hits 2,000 naira, I'm very much sure that these people that are supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wrong, their stupidity will begin to clear from their eyes. Yes, that was the same way they were shouting, Buhari, Buhari, say Baba. At the end of the day, Buhari'd their face, their eyes. He Buhari'd their destiny. He Buhari'd them to the extent that they know what it's them. Now they are calling Emileka. They are just fools. I say some people are supporting these so-called criminals, criminal governments, criminal presidents. They are all fools. They are suffering and smiling. They are suffering and smiling. Can you imagine? People are saying that Tinubu is missing and all of that. That is their own cup of tea. What we are after. I'm not even supporting Peter Obi or anybody to become the president, but Tinubu came in as a fraud. He came in as he's ready. He seems he's ready to destroy Nigeria, to destroy the country because of his own selfish interest. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he will get in this presidential race that is in. He knows. This is why he's doing going every angle to make sure that this presidency is his. Make sure that his presidential seat is his. Despite the fact that he's been accused, evidence is out here and there. FBI has released evidence, files about him. Still, this accusation is still pointed at him that, yeah, it's true, he did this. But I don't know what is wrong with our government. I don't know what's wrong with us. I don't know what's wrong with our courts. They still keep supporting him. It's wrong. They still keep supporting his criminal acts. This country. That's why people are saying, I want to jackpot. They know what they are saying because they are tired of this country. A lot of people there in US that have traveled to US, UK, they're happy that they are there with all this nonsense that is going on in the economy. So viewers, That is all I have to say for now. What is your own take on this? Your comments concerning this news will be very much appreciated. Please don't hesitate to drop them below the comment box. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell button. Each time we upload new videos, you'll be the first person